we still have a lot of events this November, guys. Why? Look at this right here. Ripple swell next week. UK fiscal announcement next as well, right? Around that same time frame as when swell is taking place. And possibly ISO. Now, I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure they changed it right to March, if I'm not mistaken. Again, spring, guys. So, not only that, what is happening? Donald Trump, a huge announcement, right? On the 15th. And David Schwartz's birthday, guys, as well on the 16th. So all this is happening at the same time. Isn't that fascinating to say the least, right? So this is why we must pay attention closely to what actually takes place. Again, most likely we'll be seeing a few things happen. Oh, and you know what's even crazier? What I found interesting is that this FTX situation is happening right before swell. Isn't this fascinating? So every time swell took place, XRP had a pump before swell, right? And then a dump after swell. Last year, the previous years, guys, what about now? We're having a dump before swell. Does that mean it's the opposite, right? It's reversed. Well, we have a pump after. Come on now. Very fascinating, very interesting observations to say the least. Now, while she's over, sweetheart, Russia announces 12 more countries want to join BRICS. There we go. If all are accepted, BRICS will have 50% of the world population and even larger share of commodities such as oil, gas, metals, etc. if they figure out how to do a currency. Wow, guys. This is crazy. What will America do? What will the United States do? Are they just sitting back, relaxing, and not worrying about this at all? I'm pretty sure they have the Joker card under their sleeve, right? It's very interesting, guys. Someone pointed out, if you go down here, this looks a lot like the beginning of the end of the American Empire from west to east, right? A new system is born, guys. A quote-unquote level playing field. Isn't this fascinating? I guess the rest of the world is figuring out they don't need to live under our thumb. Interesting. They have already figured out the currency CBDCs on top of the XRPL used as a bridge, right? Interesting. Global bridge currency, guys. Again, we know that the new system, what they're trying to do is collapse this one, right? Bring in the new system, and then man will be governed by it again. Russia announced that 12 more countries want to join BRICS Plus. All of them will move away from the US dollar for trade, right? The new joint reserve currency will be backed by real assets. Gold is coming perhaps back into the play. Again, that one picture foretells it all, right? Gold is back with his new best friend, the standard of the new economy, right? XRP. Xi Jinping meeting with Saudi to seal the deal. The multipolar order is taking shape fast. Wow, guys. So much is happening, right? But a lot of people are right now being distracted by everything else. People must keep their eye on the prize. And we know what the prize truly is, right? Gold telegraph is out. And this is where wealth is made at, guys. It's because we are in the middle of the craziest, the biggest wealth transfer in history, basically, at this point in time, right? Because we are living through a transition. That's the key thing right here, guys. That's the key takeaway right here. We're living through this transition that's taking place. So we should be grateful that we will and we are taking advantage of this opportunity that is laid before us, right? Breaking news: a United Nations official is warning more than 50 of the poorest developing countries are in danger of defaulting on their debt and becoming effectively bankrupt. Own some gold. Protect yourself, guys. Oh my. Remember, no big deal. Print more money and give it to them. Again, guys, we are close, very close to the end of an era. Exactly, right? America, United States, $31 trillion in debt. Come on, guys. That wasn't supposed to be paid in the first place, right? Look at this right here. This is very fascinating. FTX is a microcosm of what the larger financial system is. Japan and UK are basically the same, and the USD is as well. What happened to FTX will happen to all central banks. It just takes much longer, right? Because things do move slower. So we do see what's upcoming. What happened with FTX collapsed on itself, right? Again, like an Ouroboros eating itself up, guys. The same thing will take place with the current financial system, right? They will make that prophecy come into fruition because that was set in stone a long time ago, right? Look, all I'm saying is if SBF doesn't go to jail, he is clearly a deep state Democrat operative sent to destroy the crypto industry, make the masses poorer, and more reliant on the government, all while setting the stage for central bank digital currency / regulations. Oh, wow. This is crazy because I believe Sam Bankman-Fried, all of these people, right, as quote-unquote CEOs and whatnot, in these special roles, right, all these people are just merely puppets, guys, pushing the orders above, right, agendas and narratives. It's so simple and so easy. Again, setting the stage up for what? Regulation. Yup, exactly. And CBDCs, right? We see what's upcoming. You know what's crazy as well? FTX is World Economic Forum. This explains everything. Wow. They deserve everything they get. Who else is as well, guys? Ripple, right? At least FTX is going away, guys. Look at this. They made it crash on purpose. They were just in need of someone, quote-unquote, face to take the blame, right? They crashed it to regulate crypto, exactly. But I believe the true regulations come into place with what? USDT collapsing, right? And these people and whoever these CEOs are, right? Like Sam Bankman-Fried and all these other people are what? Scapegoats, right? They will take the blame. The Fed, all these central bankers never take the blame, guys. They never do. They always point to the other side, right? Look at this. So, Mr. Bond, let me tell you my plan for global domination. Listen to this, guys. Again, World Economic Forum.
So people assume we are just going back to the good old world, which...
Oh my, look at this, guys. That people assume we are just going back to the good old world, which we had, right? Oh my, and everything will be normal again. You know why we're not? He's going to say it right here, but nothing will be normal again. Why? Because a new era is upon us, right? A new system. That's the only thing. That's how it will not be normal again. Yes, everyone's going outside. All those things will be normal, but I'm talking about a new system, right? Things are changing very quickly, guys. Listen to this.
Which we had, and everything will be normal again in how we are used to normal, in the old fashion. This is, let's say, fiction. It will not happen. The cut which we have now is much too strong in order not to leave traces. So people assume...
Come on, guys. These people have already planned it out so long ago that they already know. This is why come on, the 2020 thing happened right after. Guess what else happened? Events started accelerating. Is that not fascinating? Yes. And I know for a fact they're just going to be making up more crises, guys, out of thin air, right? Don't worry. They need to do that. Why? To keep delaying, right? If they don't, it's going to collapse at any moment in time. This a systemic collapse of the current financial system and the system as a whole, as well as to make people suffer and suffer and suffer until when the collapse does truly hit, people will beg and plead for a solution, and that's when the governments intervene, guys. There we go. But FX hedges, Canadian teachers could have a $95 million hole in their pensions due to the FTX crypto implosion, right? Wow, guys, this is why we have been talking about be careful of these cryptos, guys, right? Most of them will have to go to zero, and imagine now regulations are coming to the play. Why? From Elizabeth Warren, the collapse of one of the largest crypto platforms show how much of the industry appears to be smoke and mirrors. Exactly, here we go. We need more aggressive enforcement, and I'm going to keep pushing the SEC to enforce the law to protect consumers and financial stability. Here we go. And then I'm pretty sure if we go down here, as we see, Brian Armstrong, FTX was an offshore exchange and not regulated by the SEC. The problem is that the SEC failed to create regulatory clarity here in the United States. So many American investors and 95% of the trading activity went offshore. Punishing US companies for this makes no sense. Wow. Everyone's starting to put pressure on who, guys? Gary Gensler and the SEC, right? So does that mean the Ripple case is about to conclude? Come on, guys. I'm getting very excited. And then Brad Garlinghouse tweets this out. Sorry, guys. I'm talking so fast. It's because time is running out, right? And there's a lot to talk about. Senator Warren, Brian is right. To protect consumers, we need regulatory guidance for companies that ensure trust and transparency. There's a reason why most crypto trading is offshore. Companies have zero guidance on how to comply here in the United States. Compare that with Singapore, which has a licensing framework. They can appropriately regulate crypto because they have done the work to define what quote-unquote good looks like, and no, all tokens aren't securities. Wow. I believe, guys, with all this happening, right? I believe that the Ripple case is about to conclude, perhaps December 22 to January 22, right, with the BABA timeline and whatnot. So we'll have to wait and see. If not that, then it's going to be in spring. SBF is shook, guys. This is just crazy. Listen to this.
I just want to let you know, jail's not that bad. It sucks, but it's not the worst thing ever. So don't fret if that. I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does happen, it's not that bad.
Good to know.
Look at Sam Bankman-Fried, guys. He just went off, right? Talking about Jill. Come on, guys. This is just crazy. Does that mean SBF possibly is what shook, guys, of what's coming? But he did say, I'm sorry, right? And he made this huge threat right there. I'll leave the link down below so you guys can investigate further. Be careful, guys. Now, Jim Cramer tweeted out, will this end without Tether going down? He tweets this out, huh? There we go. Tether will be fine, especially after this comment. Exactly. They're not going after Tether right now. I don't believe that, guys. I believe Tether goes down. USDT goes down right before the collapse. Right before or at the same time. Right before regulations take place. Come on, guys. It's so fascinating. So easy. Because we already know he's a contraindicator. Look at this. Nailed it. Jim Cramer warns that growth stocks could see, quote, more horror after CPI data release. And guess what? Come on. Right. November 9th. And then we start pumping. CPI came in lower than expected. And now everyone's becoming more bullish, right? I'm pretty sure the Fed does truly pivot, or at least 50 basis points December, and then lower we go, right? Until pause, or even cutting down rates. We'll talk more about that sooner rather than later, guys. But there we go. Not financial advice. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please, amazing. See ya.